This is the purview, and let me tell you what I don't have effing time for. I don't have time to review the data you're going to present to me from the scientists. This is why we elect a representative Congress and a government to represent us, to tell us the answer.
Experience Karen Hunter in a completely different way. Karen Hunter is awesome. The podcast.
If you like me on SiriusXM Urban View Channel 126, you're gonna love me in Karen Hunter is Awesome. Hey, this is Karen Hunter, host of the Karen Hunter Show on SiriusXM's Urban View. Karen Hunter is Awesome is an actual podcast to bring heat and energy and knowledge and power, a 1-2 punch that I don't think you get anyplace else. Tell the truth. Check out the podcast wherever you get your podcast. You will not be disappointed.
No knowledge whatsoever of the absolutely amazing scientists and researchers who you have callously fired. You know nothing about the cuts
You
to
can fire
agencies.
any working scientist, Senator.
That, sir, is not true either. But nonetheless,
But it
let me
is
ask
true.
you, it is not true. Let me ask
It
you
is
another
true.
specific question.
It's not true. You're a liar. You have a dead worm in your head. That is RFK Jr. being drilled by Senator Angela Also Brooks from Maryland, the great state of Maryland, calling him out on that. Then she turns around for firing scientists, and he claims he didn't fire. You fired scientists. He also shut down a Safe to Sleep program that the NIH, the National Institutes of Health, led a Safe to Sleep campaign, a public information effort to prevent sudden unexpected infant death. You know, they do a lot of work out there to keep us healthy and safe. So he also shut that down. Play clip 3.
Well, then can you name, sir, which office the Safe to Sleep campaign operates out of?
The witch campaign.
Well, that's the one that the senator just asked you about 2 minutes ago that prevents babies from dying in their sleep. A 30-year program inside your agency. You would agree that it's
I
important.
think it's part of HRSA or ACF. It's ACF.
No, actually, it's in Health and Human Services.
Yeah.
And I think, and again,
No, they're all within Health and Human Services, but the subdivision is ACF,
no, actually, the name of the office.
Administration
is
of
the
Children and Families.
No, let me tell you what it is. The National Institute of Child Health and Human Development. This is actually the one that your aunt, Eunice Kennedy Shriver, is the person who it's named after.
Oh my God.
And you noted just a moment ago, the senator reminded you that although this is a very important agency, prevents babies from dying, this is the same one you fired every single person in this office as of April the 1st.
This is crazy.
Yo, it's named for your aunt. So here's my question. 866-801-8255. Is Cena back? Where'd he go? My question is, these people don't know anything. Linda McMahon,
Oh my
you
God.
know, Dr. Carr calls her Secretary of Wrestling. She doesn't know that it's AI. She called it, what she call it, Al? Or what did she call it, Al? She doesn't know Al from Al Bundy. This guy, A1, I'm sorry, A1. She called it A1. This guy can't name, he shut down the whole thing to keep babies from dying. Doesn't know which department it's in. Doesn't know his name for his own aunt. We're laughing, but they have fired capable people. God forbid we have another pandemic. They already got people not wanting to get vaccinated. Measles are back on the rise. I feel bad for people in Texas with the babies and children and stuff. Babies have died already from something that we should never have had to deal with because of people like him telling people not to get vaccinated while he was vaccinated, while his children were vaccinated. Now, we recently saw him swimming in some brook somewhere that's full of bacteria and sewage.
E. coli, Brooke, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, he's probably not going to catch anything. This man walks barefoot in the airport. Like, you know, cat luck ain't dog luck. Thoughts and prayers, Cena.
By the way, that clip was so crazy. I forgot to turn my camera and mic back on because I was too busy reacting to the audio that you were playing. I didn't even realize.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets
Oh my
worse.
God. Are you going to do the measles one?
Oh, she got him on the measles. Okay, let's do the measles one.
This is a good one.
Wait, who is this? Who's the one on the
I don't
measles?
know if this was also
No.
Brooke. I think-
Oh, this is Lauren Underwood. Is this on Lauren Underwood? Yeah, we love her. No, okay, I don't see the one. Well, just tell me the names. Oh, hold on. Play the measles one while you're playing it. No, I need to look it up because I pared down my my cut sheet today to one sheet. So
This
don't
isn't
mind.
a gotcha, I promise. If you had a child today, would you vaccinate that child for measles?
For measles,
Um,
probably for measles. What I would say is my opinions about vaccines are irrelevant. I have directed Jay Bhattacharya
Sure. No, like I said, I don't want to.
so that everybody can make that decision. But I don't want to
measles.
seem like I'm being evasive.
Yeah.
But I don't think people should be taking medical advice from me.
Right. No, I got that. And I'm not
agree.
asking you to give them medical advice, but would you vaccinate your
I
child
think
for
if
measles?
I answer that question directly, that it will seem like I'm giving advice to other people, and I don't want to be doing that. I want people to
Okay,
make
but
up
that's
their
kind of
own.
your jurisdiction because CDC does give advice, right? I'm
Well,
not trying to
well,
do it as a gotcha. I was just
Yeah. I think what we're going to try to do is to lay out the pros and cons, the risks and benefits accurately as we understand them
okay.
with replicable studies.
no.
Can you talk about
my
chickenpox?
God.
Would you vaccinate your child
No.
against chickenpox?
I don't want to give advice.
Oh,
Just
my
one last
God.
one, just a yes or no, please, if you could. Polio?
Polio. Again, I don't want to be giving advice.
That's fair.
The question should have been, have you vaccinated your children for these things? Because he has.
It's all
And-
yeses.
It's all yes. Number one. Number two, this is your purview. This is
Yes.
your purview.
This is the purview, and I let me tell you what I don't have effing time for. I don't have time to review the data you're going to present to me from the scientists. This is why we elect a representative Congress and a government to represent us, to tell us the answer. Our tax dollars pay for all of the research so that you can come and tell us how to be safe. This is what's insane about this man. He thinks everyone is sitting at their computer ready to read a white paper of ingredients in a vaccine we've never seen or know how to pronounce. This is why people go to school. This is why we have representatives. I don't have time for this. You texted me this morning, Sina, what are you watching? What are you listening to? And what did I say? Nothing.
Nothing.
I have no time.
You said,
Zero
you
time.
said
You think I
news. You said I'm
news,
reading the
that's it.
news. Yeah, that's it. So I was laughing because I wanted to talk about Handmaid's Tale with you, but and then later on we're gonna have somebody from the Shy on. So I wanted you to, wanted to banter with you. But that was Mark William Pocan. He is of course a representative from the 2nd District of Wisconsin. Kenosha, Wisconsin is where he hails. And we should be questioning these people. Let me go back. I'm going to play Lauren Underwood, but I want to go back to Angela also Brooks first. And Lauren Underwood is a former student of Dr. Greg Carr. Like, we need to send people who we know are going to be like, nah, son, you ain't right. You're lying. Play the last clip from our representative from Maryland, please.
You've been unable to answer specific questions. Sir, you are the wrong person for this job. And you had in this hearing today the unmitigated gall to say at the beginning of your testimony that China is ahead of the United States in healthcare because China does not have DEI.
I didn't say that.
Well, we can roll back the tape. You absolutely
And
did
you
say
will
that.
find I didn't say that.
Said
That is
it, you
absolutely
liar.
what you said.
I was talking about science. I didn't say they're ahead of us in some forms of science, certainly not in healthcare.
Well, we can roll back the tape.
What a liar. What a
Yeah, if you
liar.
roll back, he says.
Yeah, he said it. But how do you lie right there? They got the evidence. You look anyway. That's Senator Angela Also Brooks from Maryland, Democrat. And then I'm going to play Lauren Underwood, who talked to Kristi Noem. Kristi, did we have a clip of someone talking about her? We played that yesterday about how Kristi Noem, cosplays, shows up in her. When you're done cosplaying, can you. So Lauren Underwood, representative from Illinois' 14th district, she said this to the Secretary Kristi Noem. Question her.
Do you believe that the Constitution grants everyone in our country the right to due process, including non-citizens?
The administration has the authority to.
Ma'am, I'm looking for a yes or no question.
question.
Yes or no. Do you believe the Constitution? Yes, ma'am. Do you,
We have
ma'am?
not conducted in
Reclaiming
any
my
kind
time,
of
Mr.
impoundment.
Chairman. Okay, Secretary Noem, I'm just looking for a yes or no here. Do you believe the Constitution guarantees due process to everyone in America?
Due process is exactly what this Congress
Yes
lays
or
out.
no?
It is, and
Okay,
the
ma'am,
tools
I'll
that
take
you
that as
give
a
us
no.
on due process
Excuse me,
is
I'm
afforded to.
ma'am, I'm trying to ascertain your understanding of the law as it applies to your department. And you as its leader should be able to give us a yes or no answer, because judge after judge has ruled that the law is not being followed. Do you believe that the U.S. government has the authority to deport American citizens?
No, and we are not deporting
great.
U.S. citizens.
I'm so happy to hear that you do not believe that the law gives you that authority, because the federal government has no authority under U.S. laws to deport any American citizen. And as I know, everyone viewing this hearing today knows that several American citizens have been deported to
haven't.
date.
That is not
Secretary
true.
Noem, that was not a question.
That is a fact. You better do that. And that's how it's done. This is not a fiefdom.
Oh,
These aren't kings and queens. They work for you. Even Noam, all of the secretaries, the president, their servants, all of these Congress people, all of this deference that people are paying, and then the milly way in which this is why we don't let people play in our faces. Got to have a line in the sand.
Experience Karen Hunter in a completely different way. Karen Hunter is awesome. The podcast.
If you like me on SiriusXM Urban View Channel 126, you're going to love me. And Karen Hunter is awesome. Hey, this is Karen Hunter, host of The Karen Hunter Show on SiriusXM's Urban View. Karen Hunter is Awesome is an actual podcast to bring heat and energy and knowledge and power. A 1-2 punch that I don't think you get anyplace else. Tell the truth. Check out the podcast wherever you get your podcast. You will not be disappointed.